Oh my god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well. It's a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Abathur top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting onto 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by ReGen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I am your host, Murda, and this is the second set of ReGen we're gonna watch tonight. That's a big ass raid just came in from one Mega Man fan. Appreciate that. You guys are here just in time. The match has not yet started. We are currently waiting to get 2 more members of ReGen Black into this lobby. I'm not sure if there's a lobby bug right now or not, so we're kind of hanging out. Ripper Hot's also thrown over an auto host of 8 viewers. Appreciate that, Ripper. But we are in lobby. I have 8 of the 10 players for this match currently here, waiting on 2 more. Trying to find out what the issue is. I know we are 6 minutes according to my clock behind right now. They will have up until 11:15 Eastern to show up to this lobby before forfeits have to be issued according to the NGS rules. Shout out to those of you I already see in chat. Nem Avengers here. Embers is here. Your name cracks me up, Embers. Embers here, of course. So I'm going to try to message around, see what's going on with these teams. I will be back with you as soon as I know what's going on. But you guys hang tight, and I assure you we will get a match underway. Oh, wait. Oh, just getting word the lobby's broken. All right, so I'm going to keep you guys with me. It says game is no longer available. Okay. I will remake it. All right, so you guys get to hang out with me. I'm going to remake a lobby quickly for these teams. While we're waiting, I can go over what happened during the coin toss. We had the home team, Pridestark Gaming, winning the flip with a call of heads. Hollis decided to take the first map selection, so he banned out Towers of Doom. It was then followed by a Sky Temple ban by ReGen Black. And then the second map selected tonight is Volskaya, our first, as chosen by ReGen Black. And our first map, chosen by Pridestark, is going to be Infernal Shrines. Looks like people are joining. Let me just throw out the lobby link too. Lobby. Okay, people are joining. We got ReGen Black here now. Swap team. Swap team. We're just gonna do a little swapping. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from ReGen Black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Pridestark Gaming. And we have 10 players ready to play. So I'm going to ask if they are indeed ready. Throwing out my orange chat, and looks like we're going to be heading right in. Pridestark Gaming up against ReGen Black. This is an enormous matchup. Gofty wants captain. Okay, there we go. But an enormous match. Pridestark entering tonight's matchup with a record of 8-2 in the heroic division. ReGen Black entering with a record of 7-1. And tonight's match with this Swiss format pits two very heavily favorited teams in this division up against each other in just round number 2. Also, ReGen Black still has to play against Get Stuffed on Saturday. Pridestark just came off a game against Offensive Gaming where they took a 2-0. And they also played against Zenith of the Light, where they found a win there as well. Wait, did they play X-Force too? Hold on, let me double check that, because I was looking at this a minute ago as I'm waiting for the ready checks. Tuesday. They played X-Force and Zenith. Okay, it was not Offensive Gaming. They took 2-0s over Zenith. They took 2-0s. Okay, there's the ready. I finally got it. 2-0s over Zenith of the Light and X-Force. But here we are, headed into Infernal Shrines. Pridestark Gaming will be on the left-hand side this evening as they are the home team. This was their map selection, so ReGen Black first to ban here on Infernal Shrines. And quickly, it's going to be a Blaze ban. Not much time wasted by ReGen Black during draft. They're one of those teams that likes to just ban away quickly, pick their heroes quickly. Asmodean going to be banned out, a hero that has been played this season by ReGen Black to some success early on. Maiev, the follow-up ban here by RGB. And now, Pridestark Gaming with the final ban of this top half, and these have flown right by our faces so far. With Asmodean already banned, really a lot of meta heroes are going to be available here. Of course, the 3 we already see banned have potentially played here on Infernal Shrines. Murd in the final pick, and that is definitely a target ban up against Goki, who has played Murd so frequently. It's going to leave open Yorel, quickly taken for buns down that solo lane. Diablo and Genji, the next 2 picks for Pridestark Gaming, and they're coming right at the throats of ReGen Black with those picks. Diablo and Genji. So now you can see ReGen Black taking a bit slower of a pace here, as normally they are flying through drafts. They're going to run this one all the way down on the timer. Still trying to think about what they want. They're going to go with the Phoenix and the Deckard Cain. So heroes they don't play as frequently, but are definitely comfortable on. Of course, Gatsby plays that Deckard Cain. Probably see the Phoenix played by Penguin, I would assume. So now we're entering the second ban phase. Both teams looking a little different so far. It's definitely a aggressive composition so far from Pridestark Gaming. They're going to get rid of the Anubarak to continue targeting out Gofty and the picks he's played this season. They're really bringing it to him, and Whitemane, the final ban here. So Gofty's going to have to dig deep. What tank does he have in his hero pool that he's going to play in this matchup? I right now don't see it, because the 3 tanks he's played, Muradin, Diablo, Anubarak, off the board, with Pridestark Gaming on the clock right now. 7 seconds to pick their 3-4. Will they continue this string of aggressive heroes? And we're going to see an Alexstrasza paired up with Leoric. So I think Leoric gives them a decent matchup up against Yrel in that solo lane. Alexstrasza, of course, very dominant here on Infernal Shrines. Dragon Queen gets plenty of value. Can opt into the Lifebinder to pair with Diablo, which is tremendous to be able to restore health on him. So now ReGen Black has a lot to think about with their final 2 hero selections. 3 seconds on the clock. Looking for a tank, looking for a secondary damage here. They're going to rock out the Tychus and the Garrosh.
Damn time.
Alright, so I don't recall seeing much Garrosh this season from ReGen Black. They're digging deep here in their tank pool. They're going to pair it up with the Tychus. And gives them double backline assassins. We'll see if that works out for them. It's going to be up against a Genji who can be deadly on a backline. But both these assassins, the Tychus and the Phoenix, both are a little bit more durable than most. Raynor will be the final selection. He made it all the way through this draft. And now that we've seen all 10 heroes chosen, let me know in chat who you think's gonna win. Throw out your votes in support of one of these teams. If you want to vote for Pridestark Gaming, hashtag PSG in chat. If you want to vote for ReGen Black, hashtag RG. I gotta know, because obviously I'm slightly biased in which team I like better. Although I am a fan of Pridestark, I think they're a fantastic organization. So glad to be casting this match here tonight. I need to hear from you guys in chat on who you think is going to win. So throw out those hashtags PSG or RG in chat to vote for who you think is going to win this. We'll tally them up, and we'll see what you guys think about this one. The aggression, if it comes out early and often from the side of Pridestark, could be devastating for ReGen Black. So we'll see what happens in this as we load into game number 1. Let me introduce this team on the left-hand side. It is Pridestark Gaming. The captain, Hollis, playing tank tonight on Diablo. Skigum going to be playing the Genji. Richard Gere on the Alexstrasza. Raynor will be played by French. And rounding it out, the solo lane, playing Leoric, is going to be Tithel. Over on the right-hand side, we got ReGen Black. Love Not War on Tychus. Penguin for the win. Going to be playing the Phoenix. Gatsby on Deckard Cain. Yrel is going to be played by Buns. And rounding it out, the captain, Gofty, is on the Garrosh. Level 1 talents on your screen as we see 5 members of ReGen Black come into this mid lane. Leoric going up to the top with Genji looking to get in an aggressive bush to see if anyone wants to pop out over there. Still no choice from Deckard Cain. See if he wants to go into that Sapphire to help out the Phoenix a bit. But for now, both teams playing a bit patient, making sure they're not getting caught out anywhere. The Genji comes back down to this bottom lane. That's Skigum on your Genji tonight, as he's going to look for Yrel already, dismounting her, making sure this rotation's slow. So it's going to give Leoric that advantage in the top lane, as these teams in the mid lane are just rotating around. Yrel finally making it up there. Missed a couple minions. Actually, maybe one's got all of them. I'm not quite sure. But here's a fight breaking out. ReGen Black looking aggressive. Hollis in trouble. Very low. Not a lot of souls. First blood on the board already. ReGen Black picking it up. Less than a minute into the game. They find some action over near the enemy siege camp that was yet to spawn. They take this early XP advantage. Not much, as kills this early in the game don't really give you too much value. Votes are coming into chat. I see one for ReGen. Pre-game, it looked like some of you guys were here for Pridestark, so hopefully some votes come out for them. But ReGen Black playing aggressive right now on a siege camp. I got the camera over here so you guys can keep an eye on this, and no one's going to make it here in time, so camp stolen away by ReGen Black. they get the first crack at stealing away some macro pressure. Gopi looking forward. Dawson over Rainer. Get the stun. French about to go down. Second kill of the game for ReGen Black, and both of them being picked up by Penguin for the win. Already off to a hot start are the division leaders, ReGen Black. They're tied up in the standings currently with Get Stuffed. Of course, they have that matchup coming around on Saturday up against them. A very hotly contested matchup that you will not want to miss. I'm not exactly sure who's casting that. Remind me and I will try to check, or if someone in chat can help me out so I know where to direct people for that Saturday matchup. Richard in trouble. He's getting tossed. Now Penguin's here. Abundance is on the ground. Richard should get the heal from it. He does. Gofty fell very low, but gonna get double globes there from that mid wave and a little bit of Kool-Aid from Gaspy. He's back up to health. As ReGen Black looking at another camp, this one in this bottom lane. They currently are sitting with close to a full level lead as the first shrine is activating. But this early in the game, the Dragon Queen from Alex Straza is really the moment that Pridestark Gaming is going to try to pull off inside the shrine. We'll see how they can execute it. As ReGen Black is sitting in the bottom lane, they're going to make the rotation up. They know Diablo's down here, so they're going to get a little early head start. Looks like Yorel and Phoenix are headed to a bruiser camp. On the opposite side, it's Richard Beer and French on their Alex Straza and Rainer picking up a Shaman camp for Pridestark Gaming. Shrine is active, and clicking it first will be Love, Not War. ReGen Black with positioning inside the shrine. But here comes Pridestark Gaming after they clear up the remainder of these waves that are around the map. Bruiser camps on both sides. Tithel about 50% health on his Leoric. Bottom side, Hollis walking in. Walks into Goki. Goki's going to toss him away, and the fight's breaking out on the top side. Abundance down. We'll be able to support back up Leoric. Potions inside this altar are helping ReGen Black, but we'll see what kind of engagement Pridestark Gaming can take with this Dragon Queen when Richard decides to pop it. One jumping forward. There's the Dragon Queen. Abundance down quickly. Now fighting back is ReGen Black. Scroll ceiling, locking in a couple. They're able to disengage this, but look at the skeletal defender count. Quickly gaining is Pridestark Gaming, and once this Dragon Queen expires, which is right now, ReGen Black's back in. Scroll ceiling, locking in Leoric. Here comes the Genji on the backside by Hollis. First to fall, Diablo's dead. Still not fully tanked up, so he has a full cooldown on his death timer. ReGen Black 4 skeletal defenders away, and they do get the first Punisher of the game. It will be a Mortar Punisher pushing down the mid lane. So it ended up being a fantastic disengagement from the Dragon Queen. They knew it was coming. They expected it. They backed up swiftly, and they find themselves with a lot of structural damage they're able to get now. They have their level 7 talents. They soaked up bottom with Phoenix. He's going to rotate back up here right now. It appears they might want to look for something as they have their level 7s. There's a siege camp available on the map too, and we know how aggressive they've played already in this game. Gofi's looking at it, but it's been scouted out by Genji. We'll see if ReGen Black wants to make a play here, or if they just want to sit in the bush and wait for Pridestark Gaming to make their move in here. Gofty's going to get on the point and play a little bit of keep away. And maybe it looks like Pridestark's just going to give this one up, and it does appear that's the play. Hollis is here, though. He's going to give it up. So another camp stolen there by ReGen Black. The second time in this game they're able to do so. They still have a 1-level lead. The matchup up top hasn't been too active. Leoric and Urel just trading damage back and forth. Nothing too crazy, but we'll peek in on it for a second here. As ReGen Black is looking at another siege camp here on their side of the map. I'm going to throw up those level 7 talents on your screen as we speak. Camp is out. We'll be pushing that mid lane. Genji currently here all by himself. Gofty's looking for it, knowing that Switch Strike's down, will not be able to hit the Groundbreaker. Hollis was there in defense anyway, so likely not going to be much made of that. Bottom side, it's ReGen Black getting their 6th Khazra camp of the game before 6 minutes is over. An enormous amount of siege pressure they've been able to put out, but mid lane right now, it's an attack. Pridestark Gaming is here, and they should know they want to fight because ReGen Black is halfway through level 9, looking for those level 10 heroic talents. And they should have known that someone was down bottom picking up that camp, but no fight actually happened. Instead, ReGen Black will be able to get level 10 off of this tower here, or at least very close to level 10. Yeah, they're still sitting kind of close, not quite there. Gofi looking for a Groundbreaker, not going to connect. Hollis is here. Doesn't want to make a play on Garrosh. Garrosh, of course, picking up Indomitable at level 4. And here are the level 10 talents: Purification Salvo, Odin, Warlord's Challenge, Ardent Defender, and Stay a While and Listen. See if Gatsby wants to set it up with the Stay a While. Here it is. 4-member. Oh, actually, Genji got out, but there's the Purification Salvo. Gonna finish off Diablo. He lives. Everyone lives except Skigum. He will fall first as Buns made the rotation down on Darrell. Leoric still up top. And ReGen Black trying to siege fourth on this bottom wall. The altar will be down here next, or the shrine rather, I should say. So they're trying to prep this lane a bit, maybe go for this well, and there you see them targeting it right now, and they will be able to get it as minions are here. Also, they might even find a fort out of this. Goki playing up front, fearless on his Garrosh, making sure no one gets in here. They really want this fort, and they're likely to get it as it is below 20% now, 5% and dead. First fort of the game over to ReGen Black. Level 10 was picked up in the meantime by Pridestark Gaming. It's going to be Cleansing Flame from Alex Straza, Entomb, X-Strike, Rainer's Raider, and the Lightning Breath. There's that Entomb connecting on Penguin. He gets thrown out by Goki, and now it's Diablo, the one falling very low. He's caught it with that Warlord's Challenge, and Hollis is down again, but Garrosh might pay with his life. He's going to survive. Richard here on the backside, not able to get the damage in as Yrel jumping back forward. Odin was popped by Love. Ardent Defender out on Yrel, trying to get some of the health back, and now they're just going to wait on Gatsby to get some of that Kool-Aid down, heal up these members from ReGen Black as they try to push forward into this shrine. Dragon Queen, I believe, is still available, was never popped by Richard here, but there he goes, popping it. Abundance out once, Abundance out twice, and now they're pushing in. They are behind right now in those skeletal defenders. Love falling very low. Genji trying to finish them off, but not able to. They have well taps available. They wait out the Dragon Queen, and they're going to be able to re-engage this, as now Richard Gere finds himself without Cleansing Flame, without Dragon Queen. Buns hopping right in. Penguin with all that big damage. Hollis, he lost his soul, so he's down quickly. Purification Salvo now coming out. More kills for ReGen Black. It's a double, make it a triple. Richard could be next. No fort here in protection, and he's down as well. A quad kill for ReGen Black, now leading 9-1 in the kill department. They are gonna be able to get this next Punisher, a frozen Punisher in this bottom lane. They've already gotten rid of the fort. They're gonna find yet another siege camp as Yrel soaks up level 13 for them. They have a 2-level lead. Punisher on the way. And Pridestark, they're jumping in on this. Genji's here. Skigum falling low. Drops Protect. Not able to get away is Genji. And unwisely so, Skigum risking his life on the siege camp and falls. And now ReGen Black gonna split out, leave the Punisher down bottom, find a fort in mid, and threaten 2 lanes at the same time with the Khazra camp they have here. Finding the Groundbreaker on Temple, flip him back, didn't pop that Wraith Walk quite yet, so Leoric taking a chunk of damage as ReGen Black's gonna rotate down with the Punisher, looking for a side wall here. They want to get behind in defense. Pridestark, they have all 5 members on the map, but they're down that Talontier, and this is a frozen Punisher, puts out plenty of zoning. Gopi flipping back, Collins once again, Diablo falls. Full cooldown, 25 seconds, keep under pressure. Next could be Rainer, French falling low, or at least getting attacked there by the Punisher. But ReGen Black, they gotta get this keep down. They want to find the catapult pressure. They don't have a minion wave here yet because it's getting destroyed by the tower. Gopi taking a lot of damage, trying to back up, and this could be a good spot for a re-engage from Pridestark Gaming as the wall is still here, and Tomb out on Tychus, and falling first is Love Not War. Stay a while and listen, gonna hold them back for the time being. Cleansing Flame was also played by Richard, and it ends up being a counter kill there with a Genji now in chase on Penguin. They're gonna have to play defense in this retreat. See if Goki can hold him back. Hollis trying to look for Buns. He's able to get away. Rage Walk forward. Typhon gonna slow him down with that big swing. And there's the Lightning Breath. Penguin low, warping out. Gets a little bit of shielding now. Jumping forward is Skigum once again on his Genji. All 4 members of ReGen look like they're gonna get out of here. A big 3-man Groundbreaker from Gofi. Gonna make sure everyone finally makes it back. All the while, Khazra camp was mid, didn't get great value, but it is still there. We're gonna check out bottom again as Leoric under pressure, finding some damage, was ReGen Black, but here come the members of Pridestark. Once again, tower range for Diablo. He's taken down all the way to 20% health. Entomb is there, but Diablo's trapped inside. Olive's fallen very low and does fall. Gatsby could be counter-killed, but he's able to back up. Now, look at Urel jumping all over anyone. It's a 1-2-3 triple kill. Now they could find more. Tithel could be next. Richard Gere also there. He could fall if anyone can get on top of him. No Divine Steed from Urel. She's not able to catch up. Here are some of those talents, as it's now 15-2 in favor of ReGen Black. They're going to try to finish off this keep that they started earlier. They're staying in this lane. Leoric spawns shortly, but no minions here. So they do not want to make this push. They see everyone's respawning, and they're going to concede trying to get that keep for the second time. Up top is a Bruiser camp. Keep an eye on that as ReGen Black's going to rotate around, find more siege pressure. Shout out to BH Schmid in chat telling me ReGen plays tomorrow at 9 p.m. I thought it was Saturday. But I'm hearing tomorrow at 9 p.m. Professor Bobo with the cast. So my good friend, former ReGen member of last season, Professor Bobo, now head caster of NGS. He casted some ReGen Black as yet another siege camp taken away. That is their 10th Khazra camp of the game. Gofty pushing forward. Level 16 talents are here. He's going to find Diablo, flipping him back. Taunt, minigun damage. Diablo deleted by ReGen Black. Another full cooldown. He's only sitting at 68 souls. And now they can definitely get this keep down. The first of the game has fallen. Punisher will be active in 5 seconds. No one's there from either team. ReGen Black's going to make the rotation. Genji's going to try to dismount. But they're going to make it through. And Pridestark has to play defense here. They are down almost 3 full levels. Leoric is going to Wraith walk forward. He's going to survive. But ReGen Black, all they have to do is get this Punisher and continue their onslaught. Find those level 20 talents. Catapult pressure will be mounting in that bottom lane. And it's going to be very tough because they're going to have to leave back their Rainer as really their only true form of clear outside of Leoric. They're just going to leave everyone down there. They're going to concede. And ReGen Black, knowing they're on that wave, they're going to push forward onto this fort and be able to get their Punisher through the keep. They're going to leave Phoenix back on the shrine. He's collecting the skeletal defenders. ReGen Black pushing forward. They want to potentially get this keep wall down and a shaman camp to go with it. There's Gofty on top of that. So smart play here, ReGen Black. Peeking around on the bottom side. Here's Pridestark Gaming, trying to see what they can find. They need their level 16s. They might be able to get it off this tower and the fort. See if they're even able to get this fort. They are going to go for it, but they are up against a lot of pressure here in this top lane. Bruiser camp coming out. Punisher just grabbed up top by Penguin. That will be here as well. Wall has been destroyed. Turrets have also been destroyed. So this Punisher's threatening a keep. And we'll see what Pridestark Gaming can do without their level 16 talents. They're soaking mid with Leoric. Down bottom is Genji. So this keep is already close to 50% health. Punisher's not even here yet. And it's going to be down before the Punisher even has to touch it. Actually does get the final jump. Leoric baits it, does have the Wraith walk. And we'll be able to scoot back as level 16 still not here for Pridestark. Put back in is Diablo. Warlord's challenge, minigun. See ya later. Entomb is down on top of Gofty as well as that cleansing flame. But surviving all of it is ReGen Black. Now jumping is the Punisher, trying to get some damage on Leoric as ReGen Black turns their focus over to the core of Pridestark Gaming. Shields are down 90%, 80%. They're getting this damage in. Leoric is very low, getting tossed back, and he's down. Dragon Queen's out, Genji falls, and ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 handed over to ReGen Black. All right, so here is your match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. We have 3 members of ReGen Black dodging death here in this one. 2 kills for Pridestark Gaming up against 19 for ReGen Black. The Garrosh looked so good, and I think Pridestark might have to go back to the drawing board for draft because they were trying to target out Gofty heavily during the bans. picking away Diablo, another one of his tank picks. But Gofty pulling out the Garrosh and looked pretty damn good on it. Found a lot of action, in on 17 of the total 19 kills with him. And ultimately, a dominant performance from ReGen. Black, here's the talents up on your screen. As we're going to be heading over to Volskaya Foundry for our second map of the night. We're going to be taking a short 5-minute break as I set up the lobby, take a quick break, and get everything set up for you. But I hope you're enjoying the matchup, and I will see you guys in 5 minutes. All right, guys, all players are here. Both the teams are here. Let me check if they're ready to go for game number 2. You just saw ReGen Black take a 19-2 kill lead on Infernal Shrines and bring it home to victory. Game number 1 is in their pocket as we head into game number 2. It's going to be on
Volskaya Industries.
Volskaya Foundry is the map selection. Volskaya Foundry, picked by ReGen Black. So first ban will be here for Pridestark Gaming. Is they need to, like I mentioned earlier, go back to the drawing board during draft and figure out how they want to target ban out ReGen Black. They're once again going back to the Azmodan ban, as this is a map that Asmo also really shines on, and as mentioned, they have played it before, ReGen Black, and Pridestark not wanting to see any of it here tonight up against this team. Blaze was also the first ban for ReGen Black in game number 1. They continue with it here on Volskaya, as Muradin once again is the ban from Pridestark Gaming. They're still trying to target out Gofty a bit, I mean, I hate to say it, but game number 1, it really didn't look like Gofty was affected at all. My Ev also the ban, so the same 4 bans we saw in game number 1 are the 4 bans here in game number 2. We will see if anything changes during the draft picks for Pridestark Gaming. Do they want to go back to their Diablo they took with one of their first picks in map number 1 on Infernal? They also paired it with the Genji. Genji's still on the board right now. So they are going to go with Diablo. That is the direction they want, which does leave the Genji now an option for ReGen Black if they want to go into it with their 1-2 picks here in this draft. I mean, they're thinking about it, or they might want to get Gofty set up on a tank he wants. No, it's going to be the Arel, and it's going to be this brand new white main. I don't know if we've seen ReGen Black play white main once this season, so this could be your first look at Gatsby on this hero. See how that's going to work for him. Potentially a risky pick on Volskaya, in my opinion, as you know, you still have Decker Kane available, you still have Alex Straza available, and now potential for Pridestark to move back into that Alex Straza. Instead, it's going to be Decker Kane, and they're going to get the Phoenix. So Lightning Breath, Purification Salvo, as well as those Scroll of Ceilings are going to be able to do a lot of damage for Pridestark Gaming. Solid draft so far for them. I mean, I feel like they're getting exactly what they want thus far, and now ReGen Black on the clock with their final ban of Volskaya Foundry here. It's going to be Genji. So finally a different ban, as in game number 1 we saw white main was the final ban for ReGen Black. This time they took the white main. They're going to ban out the Genji. And this leaves one more ban for Pridestark. It's going to be the Garrosh. So they're going to try to force Gofty onto a Nubarak, which is likely the pick that he would take. I mean, we'll see if he wants to go something different. But I'd imagine Gofty likes his Anubarak. See if he wants to pull it out here. Picks number 3 and 4. 5 seconds on the clock for ReGen Black. They're going to get their Hanzo for Penguin and a Jaina for Love. A lot of damage coming from this combo, Hanzo Jaina. And a lot of CC. You know, they have potential to do a lot with the Dragon's Arrow. They could go into the Ring of Frost. Might be wiser to pick the Water Elemental here. We'll see what type of engagement they can get. But final picks, Pridestark Gaming on the clock. They need a solo laner, and they're going to go ahead and go with Thrall for the solo lane. They're also going to pair it with a Greymane, so a very aggressive assassin combination of Phoenix, Greymane, and Thrall. Is this enough frontline for Pridestark Gaming? They're going to be trying to get on top of that white main and just instantly delete her, which has been what a lot of teams have tried to do up against white main players, is just make sure you eliminate her from the map as quickly as possible. And a combination with Phoenix, Greymane, and Thrall will be a lot. Gofty's going to pick up the Johanna in an attempt to thwart that attack up against Gatsby on white main. So once again, I'm going to ask you in chat who you want to win. Hashtag PSG for Pridestark Gaming or hashtag RG for ReGen Black. Let me know. Game number 1, you guys picked ReGen Black, but we'll see if anything's changed after you see this draft here. Another friendly reminder, all the way over that way on the right-hand side of your screen, you see the ReGen Invitational 3 bit goal. We got to fill that thing by the end of the season. All of the teams that have been cast by me this season are invited to the event. So if you want to see the event happen, throw some bits in chat so we can get a prize pool for some of these teams started and host the event. It was one of the biggest events in the preseason of the past 2 seasons in NGS. And I would love to be able to host it again for you guys as we head into game number 2. And once again, on the left-hand side, it is Pridestark Gaming. Tithel on the thrall this time. French can be playing Phoenix. Greymane will be played by Skigum. Richard Gere on the Deckard Cain. And rounding it out, the captain once again, Hollis, will be playing Diablo. Over on the right-hand side, we got ReGen Black. Ghosty, the captain, on the Johanna. Gatsby will be playing the Whitemane. Don't recognize the hero yet. It's a Whitemane. Buns on Urel again. Penguin for the win. Gonna be playing as Hanzo. And Love Not War on the Frost Mage Jaina. Level 1 talent on your screen. All 10 members are here in this mid lane. We'll see if anyone wants to take anything, but so far it's just Penguin trying to stack up his level 1 quest. He went with the geometry on Hanzo. So trying to get some early game value as Buns is jumping forward. Hollis already down to 50% health, took a chunk there. But ReGen Black will be able to survive, make their rotations. And Goki, as always, playing aggressive in the rotational lanes, trying to interrupt and dismount members that are coming up here. As Love able to drop a Blizzard on that wave and making the rotation back to mid is ReGen Black a little bit ahead in this early rotation. Still trying to dismount. Look at Hollis in this bush. I think he was scouted there, but Skigum jumping on top of Hanzo. He takes a little bit of damage and will be safe as they remain in this mid lane. They're not going to make the rotation. Instead, they're just going to send Jaina up. Love gets the clear and will head back down. And now ReGen Black might be looking for an early support camp with their Hanzo, and that's exactly what they're doing here. They're trying to get this biotic emitter right off the bat as Pridestark Gaming simply rotated over to their fortification camp looking for a turret. So big advantage there for ReGen Black is now they can make the rotation onto their own fortification camp, control 2 items, and continue to control the rotations that have been coming out. Jaina's going up top. This could be trouble as they know that they're over here. Even Thrall's here right now. He's trying to invade, and they will invade. Urel's here right now, but here comes the scroll. It's still going to lock her in. Turret was dropped. And Buns has to back up. Biotic emitter was played. Here comes Love on the backside. Gatsby falls first. Ghosty very low, but Buns knocking him back with that big nade. Here's Jaina dropping a Blizzard on a few. Picking up a double kill off the backside is Love Not War. Could be looking for more. Finds one on top of the Deckard Cain and even finishes off the Phoenix. Jumping out is Urel. She's alive with 30 health. Diablo looking to finish it off, but Jaina trying to save the day and does. It's a 5-man team wipe for ReGen Black. They find all 5 members of Pridestark Gaming, only end up losing 2 of their own. A huge swing there as Pridestark made a very smart play on top of that fortification camp. Actually stole away the turret, which has kept them pretty close in XP right now. But what a counter backside. Love Not War. I hope someone got a clip on that. The way he came in, dropped that Blizzard, picked up those early kills. Or I guess you can call them late kills. Big turnaround, big swing there for ReGen Black. Could have been looking bad for them. Both teams will have Siege Camp pushing top lane during this phase. Hanzo's going to try to clear up what he can. Goki and Buns are here just trying to make sure it doesn't start channeling in favor of Pridestark, but they're going to have to give it up as control point A is under the control of Pridestark Gaming. I think the support camp spawning soon, though. It's still a minute away, so keep an eye out. Level 7 talent soon. Still, Goki has not picked the level 4 talent. They're sitting at level 6.5. I wonder what he's waiting on. But inside, Richard Gere already dropping 5 potions. Plenty of supporting available if anyone takes damage in here, as Goki will step in. 48, now 50% channel. for Pridestark Gaming. ReGen's going to have to push him back, but they want to get their level 7s, and Urel is in the bottom lane right now looking for it. So wait for them to get 7s until they want to fully engage this. Right now, it is being contested by Goku. He's standing on here as long as he can. Bun's now rotating up. Level 7s are online. Here are those talents looking for the subdue is Goku. And they're finding damage on Richard, and Richard could go down here. He does. Goku and Buns connecting for that kill. Love Now War also getting the final hit on it. So another pickup there for Love as ReGen Black takes control of control point A. They could push forward onto this enemy fortification camp, which is exactly what they're going to do, knowing that Decker Kane is still dead. And support camp spawning soon, but they're not going to be able to get there in time. Here is Diablo, as well as Thrall, and a fight breaking out on top. Turret is going to be picked up by ReGen Black, and they're going to go back to control point Alpha, back in their control. Another fortification camp is up. They still have the level 7 talents here advantage. Staying on the point is Buns. He'll be able to stay up there as long as he wants. The only thing that can push him off is a Diablo, but now ReGen Black holding on to 2 turrets are looking good. But on the other side up top, the support camp is taken by Pridestark Gaming. They're going to try to re-engage this with a heal item in their possession. And now it's going to break out. Even Talents on your screen in case you didn't get to see what those were. But here we go. This is for the Triglav number 1. 2 turrets down for ReGen Black. And they are able to gather it. As Subdue was just finished by Gopi. He hit a 4-man. Buns finds a kill on Thrall. And the Trig Cloud Protector is picked up by ReGen Black, the first objective of the game. They're looking at this mid-wall, want to get the free XP here while they can. Thrall is still dead. It's a 5v4 advantage on the map for ReGen Black. They're going to get both of these towers down and switch out the Jaina for the Johanna as they rotate up to the top. And they're going to look for another wall and possibly the well up here. Love's going to clear up the wave, make sure the minions are pushing up with them. Still, Biotic Emitter in control of Richard Geary. Did not drop it during that fight over Control Point Alpha. So ReGen Black taking a level and a half lead right now. Still have not been able to get the well. Still 15 seconds on the Triglav, 15% health. Pridestark Gaming trying to make a counterattack here, but they're not finding too much yet as the Triglav's going to try to finish off the well. It does. Lasers down. The fort took a little bit of damage as Triglav expires. ReGen Black find themselves with level 10 talents, a level and a half lead over Pridestark Gaming, and now they can start to enforce their will on the map. I'm not sure why the cooldowns on our siege camps bottom side are not showing, but I will try to peek around. Looks like 45 seconds for that one and 21 seconds for the one on the left. ReGen Black gonna find a siege camp up top and try to find some damage on this top wall. They still have this level 10 and they want to press forward the advantage wherever they can, and this top fort is a fantastic spot to do so. We'll see what Pridestark has in them to make a defense here. They're down 7-2, 18 stacks on simple geometry is Hanzo, and that subdue that Gofti was able to complete was enormous for them heading out of Control Point Alpha. Will do a world of help as they're trying to get damage. Here's a big condemned, big Dragon's Arrow, Phoenix down, Hollis falling low, very low. Sonic Arrow gonna make sure they have vision on him, and they're gonna finish him off. 9 kills now for ReGen Black. They're gonna get this fort. The siege camp is still here. Urel's gonna rotate around, and now ReGen Black can think about getting some more items in their possession. 25 seconds on the support camp. Both the siege camps on the bottom side have spawned, so likely we're gonna see a rotation from them to grab those turrets or potentially grab another fort. It's gonna be the turrets, and here's Urel. Might even find a Thrall. No, he's back on his mount, back to safety. Penguin here with that W build. Look how fast that fortification camp dies. They're going to be able to rotate over to their own side. But right now, it's even talent tiers for these squads. Vornado just came out. Not sure what Richard was looking for there. I didn't see what he had a look at, but it ends up being 2 turrets now in control of ReGen Black. They're not quite level 13, but they're going to make a play onto the support camp, and no Thralls down bot. They see Greymane up top, and they have time, especially with their Jaina Hanzo, to rip through the health of this support camp boss, and they do get it. They get a 3rd item in their possession as it's done on Hollis. That was the pledge build. They're looking to get damage in. Urel jumping forward as well. Hollis falling very low. Very, very low. Blizzard on his feet, and Hollis is down again. Vornado gonna push back ReGen Black, but Buns is staying deep, and now he could be in trouble. Has the biotic emitter. Is he gonna drop it? No. He's got the Ardent Defender back to safety. Water Elemental is also played by Jaina, as Control Point B will be spawning in 30 seconds. ReGen Black find themselves up level 13 to 11, a full 2-level lead. The Talontier advantage is theirs, and they have a minion wave here in the mid lane. They could try to find another fort if they want. Gatsby gonna rotate down. Maybe they're gonna try to get behind this. Still 13 seconds, and look at this. Greymane in a horrible spot. Skigum all by himself. There's no way Greymane gets out of this, right? Skigum, Tornado, gonna save the day. Richard here, great save. Now Lightning Breath, Purification, Salvo combo, and a big turnaround, but it's 2 kills for ReGen Black as well, and they only lose their Hanzo. Turrets were dropped by ReGen Black quickly, as well as the Biotic Emitter, so they lose all their items, but fortunate for them, they didn't lose too many lives, as they're able to stand on the control point, start channeling in their favor, and continue pushing forward with this lead they have. 14 to 12, 2 full levels. Gopi here in mid lane being a nuisance. Look how much slow. Wow. Wow. Siege Camp picked up by Love Not War and Gatsby. Still up here is Yrel on the point. Channeling close to 50% right now for ReGen Black. Here come Pridestark Gaming. Phoenix is all the way in the bottom, and that is a Purification Salvo, so it won't even have like a Planet Cracker to throw damage up there, so he's got to make the rotation. 75% now for ReGen Black as the fight's breaking out up top. No heroics available for Pridestark Gaming as they're getting stunned in by that Flesh Shield. A lot of damage on Hollis. He falls first. Richard Gear to follow. Double kill. ReGen Black, Water Elemental dropping. Skigum very low, getting slowed by Gofty with that punish, and it's a quad kill for ReGen Black. They don't even have to stand on the point. They can siege on this keep wall right now. 16 to 3 is the kill count. And Yrel's going to stand back there and finish it off. But, what do they want? I guess they want mid? Oh, they want more turrets. Is that what they want? Turrets? Oh, the turret despawns. You hate to see it. Alright, so they're going to march the Trigloff down. Set up for control point C. Finish off the fort here at mid. This will give them level 16 and a 3-talent lead. Himibo, thank you for the bits, my friend. Appreciate that. They're going to swap around who's inside. It's going to be Johanna and Hanzo. And they're going to rotate back up to the top. They want to keep. They want to get some key pressure. Level 16 talents are here. Full health on this Trigloff Protector. Going to rip through the turret first. Laser is down. Going to connect on 2 and the keep. Now the big silence on the keep, not shooting anything out. Tornado's there pushing back Yrel. She can't get back in quite yet. But still 5 heroics on the table for ReGen Black. They want to pop it. There's Water Elemental first. Keeps about to go down. Hollis jumping in. There's the big Earthquake Purification Salvo coming out next. Ardent Defender played by Yrel. She's going to survive. Trigloff is down, but no one from ReGen Black is down quite yet. Look at this damage coming in from Hanzo. Ripping through Thrall. Tizzle very low, but not going to be able to find the rest of it, I don't think, or ReGen Black. They do survive. But is Richard here going down? He's super low, jumping forward with natural agilities. Hanzo trying to finish Richard off, and Richard survives. ReGen Black not finding blood here yet. All 10 members in this game are still alive, as Tornado's going to try to push back Johanna and Buns on that Yrel. ReGen Black is staying here, trying to just set up their Hanzo to get all that free poke damage. And with Pridestark Gaming jumping back in the Hall of Storms, ReGen Black will retreat, but they don't retreat before they find the keep. They're even going to steal a siege camp on their way out. And if they want to keep rotating, they could get this support camp as well, which is being pinged. I see them rotating there as we speak. And yes, sir, they will be able to get that as well. Excuse me as I took a sip of water there. ReGen Black gets their biotic emitter they wanted. They're going to rotate onto their own fortification camp, check in some of these bushes, this Hanzo, make sure they're not going to get ganked upon. But this lead, 16 to 3 in kills. They're going to be able to prep this bottom lane as well. Here comes Thrall, here comes Diablo. The 4 members of ReGen Black are here right now. Only Hanzo is split. Has that global heroic and Dragon's Arrow if he wants to throw it out and help his team. But ReGen Black's going to find a turret, potentially continue pushing, find a well. And it's only Diablo, only Thrall here in defense. No one else from Pridestark is here yet. And there's Bless Shield. Lock it in Thrall. He gets rooted, drops the Earthquake, has a turret, and didn't play it. So turret's going to be stolen by ReGen Black. They're still here in this bottom lane working on this fort. But minions are about to be dead. Blizzard's dropped by Love Not War. They are going to be able to secure that fort. So only 2 structures remain for Pridestark Gaming. Catapult pressure mounting in the top as Hanzo's going to try to delay any sort of push from Greymane and Phoenix there. ReGen Black is now pushing onto a key wall in the bottom lane, prepping it, saying, if you want to give us this much space, we will take every single inch you give us. 2 turrets and a biotic emitter here. If they need to use them, they are going to get the rest of this wall down. Turret falls and the tree starting from ReGen Black, but this could be a counterattack from, yeah, look, there's the Tornado not hitting anything. Richard whiffing on that tornado of books. Control point C active in 20 seconds. Not even talents. Still no 16s for Pridestark. They got to find XP. Greymane is still split out, trying to soak what he can. And ReGen Black, they are half a level away from having Storm tier talents at level 20. They just have to wait it out, be a bit patient. And I'd love to see them be able to play that patient game. Bun's going to stand on it first. The rest of ReGen Black standing back, knowing they don't want to take a fight quite yet, especially if level 16 is picked up, and there is level 16. So here's ReGen Black potentially looking to find the mid wave. Jaina's up there. We'll be able to get that clear quickly. They still have item control. Camp spawning in 23 seconds. Love going to back up behind the wall. Not going to play out aggressive. They can get their level 20s from either the turret or this bottom wave, but they got to make a move sooner than later, and they're going to try to find it here on this bottom. Yeah, this should give it to them. Although Jaina in the mid, Love Not War falling low, pops an ice block, has the water elemental down and gets a kill off of it. Phoenix also low. There's the Bless Shield. There's the pullback, the condemn, and the punish. And baited where Greymane and Phoenix, Love Not War, getting the flashy kill on Greymane with that ice block. And then Gophty coming to clean it up. Here's another condemn. Here's another punish. They're low. Dragon's Arrow. Tornado going to push back up too, but Bun's going to be able to hop back in here. ReGen Black looking for a kill on Hollis. Doesn't quite land. The root is gaspy, but Hollis very low with armor reduced, in big trouble. Penguin on this other side looking to finish off Decker, Kane, and Thrall. He's drinking potions, but falls. Diablo will escape, and ReGen Black still here in this bottom lane, potentially looking for a keep, or do they want that Triglav Protector? And Thrall's so low, he really can't try to contest this, can he? Gophty's gonna step forward, but gets rooted. Didn't have Iron Skin to walk through it. Now Hollis is here after Hearthing. He's gonna try to delay them back. Yorel's back on the point for ReGen Black. They have level 20 talents. They're pinging a fortification camp. They want another turret. Could be risky, but they're gonna go for it. Thrall spots it. Diablo's here as well. Phoenix walking down. ReGen Black gets the camp. Penguin picks up the turret. Another item in control of ReGen Black as they stand still on control point C with Buns. He's down there. They're going to try to put a turret in the hands of Love Not War. So they have 5 items. It's 4 turrets and a biotic emitter. A lot of value in their hands, and Pridestark has to get desperate here. You see Diablo stepping forward, scouted up by Sonic Arrow. Buns is on the point. Hollis is trying to get on, and here's a jump on top of Thrall. Earthquake is dropped. Purification Salvo coming with the lightning breath, but Diablo falls. Biotic emitter is played, and a lot of kills. Make it 4, make it all 5. There it is, 5 for ReGen Black. GG in chat. Diablo, the only one alive because he had souls, but they were just reset as a Triglav is grabbed by ReGen Black. Yorel hopping in, 25 kills on the board for them. Jaina picking up 9. Hanzo with 6. Yorel with 5. A lot of blood being spilled. Already with the keep down, ReGen can walk directly past this keep onto the core, but they're likely going to want to finish this off just in case. Make sure they get that little bit of extra catapult pressure in the event they're not able to make this core push happen, but here they go for it. Hanzo inside with Yorel. Gophty also here on the core. Shielding already down to 70%. That top lane, the catapult pressure did a little bit to the shields earlier. 5 seconds till Decker, Kane, and Thrall respawn. 4 now for Phoenix as the shields are down 40%. Diablo trying to do what he can, 30%, 20%. The Triglav is too healthy. And ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 will be handed over once again to ReGen Black. All right, so here is once again the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Another dominant performance from ReGen Black, but Pridestark came out to play this one. They did all they could, and I really like the draft they brought. A little bit light on the front line, just bringing the Thrall to play against that Yorel, play against that Johanna, which were devastating all game long for ReGen Black, and they were really able to make sure the backline of Jaina and Hanzo never really got jumped on. Outstanding performance from this team, and really looking forward to how Heroic Division is going to finish off, because as I mentioned heading into this game tonight, that both these teams find themselves at the top of the leaderboards in the Heroic Division. Of course, now ReGen Black will improve to 9-1 with a big matchup up against Get Stuffed on, I believe it's tomorrow from what I was told. But a huge match for them, as well as Get Stuffed, who have been playing well. They have a little bit of history playing against each other in the Open, the HGC Open. But first time going to be playing in NGS, and we'll see how that matchup turns out, as I'm going to look for an interview from one of these members from ReGen Black. We'll see if I can get a hold of them. Lobby 2. Whisper. Alright, and I'll switch you guys over to my cam scene while we're waiting. You know what, I'm just gonna hop in their channel, I think. Hold on. Hello! Hey, you guys want to send one for an interview over the NGS channel? Or I can just do it here, it's fine, I guess.
Baker,
boy.
you can... Got it.
Wait, what you want me to do it?
Alright, I'll be down in my room, send someone. Anyone? Question mark? Maybe they don't want to be interviewed. Okay, no interview? No interview. Alright, I'm gonna pull someone. Alright, love, you've been drafted. I pulled you in. Interview time, baby. Oh, here's Penguin. Okay, I get both of you. Perfect.
Hello.
Welcome. Dudes, outstanding match tonight. Pridestark Gaming, a very reputable team here. Not only in Heroic Division, but all throughout NGS. They've been members here before, playing as Team Freelo last season and playing really well. They find themselves in Heroic Division, but they get a tough matchup up against ReGen Black. How are you guys feeling after that match?
I think we're all feeling pretty good. I think we played pretty well.
Yeah, 19 kills game 1, 25 kills game 2. Looked like in draft they were trying to target out Gofty and his tank pool. Did you guys recognize that? Have any concern for that? Because both games, I thought Gofty was actually a huge playmaker. The Garrosh in game number 1, very solid. Game number 2 is Johanna finishing his subdue quest like right off the bat on control point A. Gave you guys so much value. But how'd you guys react to seeing them target ban out Gofty so much?
I don't think we were worried. I think like after the first round of bans and picks, I think Gofty knew what he was going to do. He didn't really seem worried at all. I think once we locked in that Garrosh and that Tychus, I think we all felt really confident in our draft. And obviously, like, it paid off. Like, I think every single time someone got flipped, they died. So it really worked out for us.
Yeah, you guys found great synergy with the, the flip, the taunt, the minigun. A lot of kills, 19 in game number 1. And as mentioned, 25 in game number 2. But let's talk a bit about map number 1. Infernal Shrines was their map selection. How do you guys feel on Infernal Shrines? I know you guys, I don't think you guys have been picking it often, and quite frankly, I've seen a lot of teams start to veer away from playing the map.
Yeah, it's not our favorite map, but I do think we are very comfortable on it. I feel like generally, like at least in like scrims and stuff, I think it's tends to be like a comfort pick for a lot of teams. Like a majority of teams, so we just wind up playing it a lot.
Mhm.
And I think we've like really developed our macro on that, and like the sense for fighting around the shrines and stuff.
Love, I told you I was going to get you in on an interview today. First off, huge shout outs
Oh,
to.
Murda,
Yeah.
just real quick, Love said something came up, he had to run, so he's not actually in here. I think Gofty dragged him down just to mess with you.
God damn it. God damn it. I'm throwing him back up. All right, so it's just me and Penguin here, Twitch chat. So I was going to talk to him about playing that Tychus in game number 1, but you got to play a Phoenix. I don't think we've seen you play too much Phoenix, have we?
Have we? Maybe it's just because we haven't picked Phoenix, because I feel like normally I tend to be the Phoenix player for the team.
Okay.
Like a lot of that just comes down to finding the balance between me and Makelove's pool.
Right.
But I think I usually wind up on Phoenix.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, game number 2, it wasn't banned out, the Hanzo, and we know how much you love to play it. And did it ever find value in this game? It certainly did. You led the game in siege damage, hero damage, all across the board. Your Hanzo play looks so solid. What is going to stop you in this hero?
Man, I don't want to give up too much, but I kind of hope to avoid like Tracer, because
Sure.
man, Hanzo cannot do anything about that hero.
I
But
mean,
other than that, like he's so safe.
yeah,
What do you do
and
when someone shoots you from 2 screens away?
exactly. And like my analysis of it was, they didn't bring a very sturdy front line, like the Thrall being that bruiser role. Wasn't really enough to push past the frontline Johanna Yarel, and like you and Jaina, you just had the free, like you guys basically had a football field of space to yourself back there, and no one from Pridestark could really step through the force field of Johanna and Yarel the entire time. They tried to isolate it out with the Lornado, didn't work out. But does it feels so good having that space, or?
Yeah, that's a lot on our front line. Like I think, like we saw, they drafted like a really blow up style comp when they locked in like the Thrall, Greymane, obviously, and I think Gofty made a smart choice to go on the Johanna and just make it his goal to protect me and Love, and I think we like really made that happen.
Absolutely. All right, so you guys find yourselves once again sitting atop the Heroic Division 9-1 with a very, very important matchup coming up. I believe it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I guess I could look on your schedule.
Yeah, our
it's
next match is tomorrow.
Tomorrow night up against Get Stuffed. Going to be casted by Professor Bobo for those of you in chat. But how are you guys feeling moving into that matchup? Because they, heading into tonight, we're tied with you in the standings at 7-1. Anything special you guys are ready to play tomorrow night? Obviously, don't give it away, but do we have something big coming?
We'll see. I think we're all pretty excited to keep the train rolling ahead, keep those wins stacking up, and I don't think any of us is too worried about what Get Stuffed is going to bring to the table. But we'll see tomorrow.
Awesome. All right, Penguin, before I let you go, you know the drill. I will give you some opportunity for any shout-outs if you got them.
Well, obviously, shout-outs to everyone on the team. I think we played pretty well tonight. Shout-outs to all our subs who have come in over the past couple of days. We've had some scheduling issues, and we've had a great support cast who come in to fill for us, and thank you very much to them. Shout-out to the ReGen organization and all the help they give us. And I think that'll pretty much do it.
Awesome.
Thank you for casting, Murda.
Dude, my pleasure. I think, is that the second or third time I've gotten to cast you guys this season? I'm not sure. But every time you guys never cease to impress me with your synergies and, quite frankly, epic skill in this game. It's a pleasure, and a pleasure to be able to interview you right now, Penguin.
All right, thank you.
All right, so ladies and gents over in Twitch, that is all we have for tonight. You saw the ReGen double header. First it was ReGen Red up against Excel Esports. They took a split 1-1 decision. And then in our closing match of the night, it was Pridestark Gaming up against ReGen Black, and ReGen Black brought it to the house today, winning on Infernal Shrines and Volskaya Foundry. They take the 2-0, and they take the lead in the Heroic Division, now sitting at 9-1 with a big matchup tomorrow night against Get Stuffed. You don't want to miss it. Professor Bobo will be casting that match, and I believe it starts at 10:30 11:30, excuse me. So make sure you stop in there. But for now, that is all we have. And until next week, during round number 3, I'm Murda, that was Penguin, and we will see you later.